All right, it's Monday morning now, and I need to find out from you what your intention is with regard to whether you are going to testify in this case. You have been granted immunity so that the privilege of self-incrimination is no longer relevant because the state can't use anything that you might say in answer to their questions or any other questions against you. And you have been instructed with the benefit of counsel as to the consequences if you don't testify. So I'm asking you now what your intention is.
May I speak?
You can answer my question, please. So you're under subpoena. The state intends to question you. Are you going to answer any of those questions? Are you going to testify in this case?
Well, Your Honor, I've been pressured from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like, even when I went to the meeting with Glenville, I have told him over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? This is on my conscience. I got to keep distracting myself every day because I'm being dragged down to here because of lies that I don't told. I'm tired of y'all bothering me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're tired of being bothered, but you're under subpoena. It's a valid court order. So your decision at this point is, yes, I will abide by the subpoena and testify, or no, I will not abide by the subpoena and the immunity order, and I will be held in contempt for my refusal and put in jail. So which is your decision?
But I did the time for all my crimes that I was caught for.
Sure, this would not be any kind of punishment for any crimes you may or may not have committed. This would be that you have been ordered by a court to testify, and if you refuse to testify, you're held in contempt. You're saying, I refuse to listen to the court's order and obey it. And it is not a punishment, it is an incentive to have you change your mind and obey the court order. So which is your decision?
Can you explain it to me?
So we talked about it.
It's the same thing that Glenville doing to me?
It is the same order that is still in control. You have a subpoena for your testimony. That is a court order. You also have a court order that says anything that you say can't be used against you other than if you get on the stand and lie and it amounts to perjury, you can be charged with that or with false statements. But if you refuse to testify altogether, when you're under a court order to do that, then that is considered contempt because you're saying, I don't care what the court has ordered, I'm not going to do it. And then you'll be put in jail through the end of this trial. Or until you decide, you know what, I think I will testify after all.
So let me, Your Honor, I'm telling you to your face, you just said that something about it, they can lock me up for lying. I'm telling you to your face, this is all I do. And you're telling me that they can lock me up if I lie. But if I sit here and testify, so the E way going to jail?
No, not with regard to anything that you might testify to that might otherwise admit to a crime or admit to your involvement in a crime. That's what the immunity order does. And I'm sure Mr. Melnick has explained this to you, and I know I've explained it previously, but none of that is going to result in you being put in jail because they cannot use that evidence against you to prove any of those crimes that you might incriminate yourself about. So are you going to testify or not? Do you want to talk to Mr. Melnick again? No? Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I want to go back to December of 2014 and into January of 2015. Were you present at a gambling house in Lakewood when the shooting occurred?
I don't recall.
Let me ask you. Also back in 2015, do you remember being at a Cascade skating ring speaking with an individual by the name of Shell Cow?
I don't recall.
Back in January of 2015, do you recall being at a Club Crucial and getting into a fight with an individual by the name of Shell Cow?
I don't recall nothing that happened years ago.
All right.
I don't know if they brothers or not.
Okay, so do you know who Kel is?
No, I don't recall.
Okay. And when I say nut, is that Donovan Thomas Jr.?
You asking me that?
I am asking you that.
Say that again.
Sure. Do you know a person that goes by the name of Nut?
I don't recall.
Okay. Now, in that same interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe about you and Kel getting into the fight at Club Crucial?
I don't recall nothing from 2015, 14, 16, none of that.
Okay. And during that same interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that you and Kel had been in a beef for maybe about no longer than 4 months, and this was back in 2015?
And he's still alive?
My question is, did you tell Detective Thorpe that you, Michelle Kel, at that time in 2015, had a beef, and it was probably going on around 4 months at that time?
I tell the detective whatever they want me to say, whatever they want to hear, whatever. So if I said it to him, I said it to him. I don't recall what I said to no police.
Okay. And during that same interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that whenever y'all were in the club, y'all would initially just throw up birds at each other?
Huh?
In this January 11, 2000 interview, did you tell Detective Thorpe that initially, when you and Shokel were in the club, y'all never really fist fought, y'all just would throw up birds at each other?
Like I told you, before y'all called me to trial, I have lied. I made things up. I told you this before y'all brought me in this courtroom. And I'm telling you now, you asked me about 2015. I have got my life together. Y'all trying to put this on my conscience. Y'all trying to put people's life in my hands. I don't lie on people. I don't want to be here. Y'all have pressured me. I'm tired of y'all because y'all know y'all are wrong. And y'all black people doing this to us.
And I understand that.
Leave me alone. Let me leave. Man, y'all pissing me off. Listen, I don't recall nothing I said to no police. Stop asking me these questions. I'm telling you, I don't recall.
I understand, but we're going to have to get through the questions. You can just continue to say you don't recall if that's what it is.
That's what you want me to say?
I want you to
Hang on,
answer the
everybody, for
question.
just a minute.
Objection, improper instruction of the witness in how to testify.